Hello, hello, and welcome to Notary Life with Kimmy. I am here along with the Notary Educators Training Team, Angela and Alexis. And just a brief introduction about myself. I have a YouTube channel, Notary Life with Kimmy. I am also part of the training team, as I just mentioned, Notary Educators. And we are so excited to introduce Notary Meetup Mondays, where we will be sharing ideas, just collabing, just an open community. It's not necessarily a Q&A, but what's going on in your business, what's going well, how can we help others? And we're just so excited. So I will let Alexis say a little hello, and then we'll get Angela and we'll hop right into it, guys.
Hello, everybody. It's Alexis with Alexis's Notary Services. How are you all doing this evening? We are so excited for this new way we're doing Mondays. So get ready to listen to some good things and drop some knowledge on us.
Hi, you guys. This is Angela with AJ Mobile Notary and Gwinnett Apostilles. Again, like it's mentioned, we're very excited to have you guys here. So please feel free to share, your wins, some things that may have happened to you in the field, some things that you overcame, or some things that you need to overcome, because that's what this platform is for. It's for everybody to share so we all can learn from each other.
Yes. So we will get right into it. So do not be shy. We'll use our raise hand features. So we can try to do it kind of orderly, but let's get right into it. What have you been, what's going on in your business that's going well? Any tips you wanted to share? Any marketing things you've been doing that's really been helping you in your business? Again, this forum here is not just a Q&A for us to share information, which that's what we're going to do anyway. But I mean, it's just not a flat Q&A. It's more of, how can we grow our businesses together? We hear a lot of people always saying, well, no one helps the notaries for free and everybody charges for everything. This is a free avenue for us to share tips and tricks and how to grow businesses. If you want to know something we're doing in our business to help grow it, it's a good time for us to share. So don't be shy. Not that you cannot ask a question, because of course you can. Your peers may have an answer too. So if we don't have anything, I'll get started with something that's new going on in the notary space, and that is the I-9 form. The I-9 has changed. I found out about it actually from the Saturday or Sunday live that I did this weekend. Miss Renee read it. Shout out to her. She asked me about it. I said, no, I didn't know it had changed. And the I-9 form has changed. So be on the lookout. If you are not completing the I-9 form or do not know what it is, briefly, it is an immigration document. That's why the state of California, they are not allowed to complete it. They're notaries unless they have had special training and are bonded. So I do have a course on it. I am revamping it. It will be out by midnight tonight, because I already had a course out, but I had to redo it based on the new information. So I've been scrambling the last couple of days to make sure that everyone has the most current information. And the employers can use the old form until October. So if you do have a client and they are using the old form, it's okay until October. But after that, everyone will need to use the new form, okay? So this is just a FYI. Are you all completing the I-9 form? How many of you are? You can do by show of hands for those I can see. Are you all completing the I-9? Mr. Arnold is. No one else is doing I-9 forms? Do you know about it? No? Frederica saying she doesn't know what it is. Oh, Anna, okay. So really quick, so you can still write this down, guys. This is why we're here, to grow our businesses. Yes, so the I-9 form, like I just stated, is really an immigration form. They're trying to confirm if the person is legally able to work in the United States. So there are several ways to fill out the form. So you just kind of need to know how to do it. I have a free video, but it's based on the old form, and it's not the whole process. It's just enough to get you started. But again, the course will be out by midnight tonight, and that's how to complete the I-9 form. Frederica, are you in? What state are you in? And Anna, what state are you?
Florida for me.
Hi, I'm in Florida as well.
Florida. And where are you, Frederica? Oh, unmute yourself. Oh, we can't hear you. Uh-oh.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Tennessee. So yes, you can complete it. Everybody can do it, except California has a few more restrictions. So just think about adding that to your notary businesses. So what's going on out there in these notary streets? How are you guys feeling? Whatever it is that you want to share. So we'll spend about at least 50 minutes together, and then we'll do a little wind down to make sure, you know, we cover any announcements that we have. But again, this is for you guys, so let's do it. Don't be scared. We're family.
I have something going
Hi.
on, I hope.
Yes.
First of all, the good news is I just passed 1 year as a notary. I actually renewed my my NSA loan signing agent, and got my background check renewed and all of that stuff.
Yes.
But I'm having some trouble now with one particular signing service. They don't want to pay.
Okay.
And I've done 2 jobs with them, and for pretty decent money.
Okay.
One job was for like $170. It was actually a Heckam reverse mortgage closing.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was just for an application, was for $90. Their stated turnaround was 45 days after the signing date. Well, it's been 65 days after the Heckam reverse mortgage, and it's been like 50 after the signing, and they still haven't paid.
What
And
was
I keep
their,
going. Sorry?
I was going to ask you, did you check their reviews after the first time they didn't pay?
I didn't know where to check them.
Okay, here we go. Here's a tip, guys. So for checking reviews, just kind of sort of, Mr. Arnold, you can do Notary Cafe. You don't have to sign up with them. But
I
it's
actually am signed up with them, but that's okay.
well, even better. So when you have a signing company that you're unsure of, or if you've done completed work for, and they, you know, are not paying, kind of go to that forum, because other notaries will have talked about them. So usually, so I would go in there and just type ABC Notary and just kind of read the reviews. But at this point, it's been 65 days. Have you sent them an email?
Several
emails. Have you sent them an actual demand letter? I'm hoping my internet don't go out, guys. It is storming terribly here.
I have sent the first of those, and their response to me was, "Oh, we're so sorry this happened to you. We'll actually send you an e-check now." And that was a week and a half ago.
I have a question.
You see the lights flickering, y'all.
I have a question, Mr. Arnold. Is the company like a company, or is it like a notary signing agency company?
It is in essence a broker. They find their clients, they find their title companies, and they broker the services of notaries on the platforms like Signing Order and SnapDocs and all those other things. Okay, so it's it in essence is their responsibility to pay. It's not the platform's responsibility to pay. It's their responsibility to pay. So, but it just, I've gone into some things, and I've started to learn about some other people that are having this same problem. They just can't get the people to pay. And I guess their philosophy is, well, what's he going to do about it? You know?
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Angela.
The reason why I was asking that, because a lot of times notaries that own not a lot of times, I'm going to erase that. Sometimes notaries that own signing companies, you know, I've had where they wouldn't pay. And I don't know who wouldn't do it, but I forcefully threatened and seriously that I'll just notify the notary commission if they don't pay me, because, you know, they're supposed to be upstanding and law abiding, and they so that's why I asked you, was it a company or was it a notary signing agent?
And it's basically a firm that specializes in reverse mortgages, and they are a member of the NRMLA, National Loan, Reverse Mortgage Loan Association. I can file a complaint with them. I can file a complaint with the BBB. I can file a complaint with the I can file those complaints. I mean, if I wanted to, I could take them to small claims court, but I don't know if I want to do that or not.
So let me give you a plan B, Mr. Arnold, because I'm more about I like to keep my life simple. I like to keep my business simple. So if I'm you, and financially, let's say you never get the money, going to court is going to cost you way more than that.
Right.
I'm not going to work with them again. I'm going to write it off on my taxes as a loss, and you'll just get it back on the back end, Unfortunately, there are some bad apples out there. It's very few, but when it happens and you need your money, you need your money. So all you can do really is the demand letters, the email letters, unless you said like you want to go to court. But the time that you spend trying to do all that, y'all see my lights going out.
I do.
I'm hoping we will be okay, guys.
Where in Georgia are you, if I
I'm
may ask?
outside of yeah, you can. I'm outside of Atlanta, about 30 minutes.
Okay, my
know.
maternal family is from St. Mary's, Georgia, if you know where that is.
Oh, I know
Oh,
what St.
no.
I know what St. Mary's is.
Okay.
Mhm.
And my paternal grandmother was from LaGrange,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I heard of LaGrange, yeah.
paternal grandfather was from Augusta.
Yeah, we're more like Stone Mountain, Snellville. I am Stone Mountain,
Okay.
Snellville area.
Anyway, so no, I'm at the point where I don't want to do that, because if I do pursue a small claims action, I'm afraid they might be able to blackball me for the other signing services.
I would think about that also. I
Yeah.
do. So, it's funny because they the ones burned you, but you try to take recourse or action on them, they get you in more trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
Unfortunately, that's what I call the cost of doing business. So I would write it off on my taxes, would probably be I would do maybe one more demand letter, really, really strong language.
But I would make sure that the people that need to know, like my fellow notaries, need to know that. I would let them know about it. I would write my Yelp reviews of these guys.
So that's the kind of thing. So let's think about this too, guys. Just as and this is my personal opinion. Okay, that's all I can give you. I have a situation right now at Comcast where I want to do the same thing about someone, right? I want to go like DEFCON 25 on them, right? With reviews, negative, everything. But because I'm the professional that I am and I value my business, I don't want them coming back. I might do that with them on one person. They might get their whole posse to double team me. It's just the world we live in. So unfortunately, I would not recommend doing the Yelp and all that and the better bit. I would not. I really would not. As far as letting other notaries know, when you're talking to people, if they ask you, hey, have you ever, but be careful what we put in print, guys, because unfortunately, we are the smaller people on the totem pole. So they could do whatever they want to do almost to us. But if we try, do you understand what I'm talking about? Big picture. Does that make sense to everybody?
I do. And I always make sure to back everything you do with the truth, because the truth can't hurt you, but you just can't just go, you just can't shade on them like that. You've got to back up everything you say with the truth, and they might still want to take you to court anyway.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So let's
think about anything can be litigated these days now. So
yeah, and that's true. And then think about the time you're trying to chase them for $300, you might could be out there marketing, get you $1,000 job. You know what I mean? Learning a new skill set. So
all right. One more thing, and then I'll shut up, because I know.
Let me say something about that. With me, I have a little different swing on it, because I wouldn't blast them and go, out crazy. But I would write a review saying I did jobs for them and they didn't pay me. That's me.
And that's the truth.
Definitely write a review and say, because all of these notaries from different places, when I look up reviews, I'm looking up to see what people said. I'm not going to
talk about it.
I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to elaborate. I'm just going to say I did a job and I wasn't paid.
Okay, let's talk about it to break the ice. Is there one more person who would be willing to talk to us and say, what would you do? Come on, somebody. What would you do if you had the same situation that Arnold has?
Yes, I can say something about that.
If
you feel like strongly enough that you need to write a review about this, then I would write the review and I would say I was contracted for services in good faith with this company. It has currently been 90 days, 120 days, whatever the circumstance is, and I have not yet received payment. And I would leave it at that.
I love it. Do you see how nice that sounded?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that. So I'm going to backtrack, boom, 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 because I love what April said. And that's the whole purpose of this Monday night. That I'm about to get a teary, y'all.
Oh my God.
I had one track mind, and I'm not always right. I like Angela's thought too, but see, Angela put a little and April came in there and put a little sugar on it. Write your review, Arnold. Write your review.
Yeah,
All right. No, I mean, no, like I said, just tell
Yeah,
the
Arnold,
truth,
write
tell
your
ex
review.
No,
tell
Arnold,
exact.
no,
Well, Arnold, write your review
Arnold.
so other notaries can see what's going
it
on.
happened to me too, Arnold. You're not the only person. And I wish after everybody said what they said, I wish I would have went ahead after it happened to me. This was back in 2021, I think. I wish I would have wrote a review somewhere just so other notaries could know the same thing. So
Right.
I'm listening too, because I didn't. I just kind of let it go and was
Okay.
like, I'll get it back on the back end.
But I love the way April did it. It was so
Yeah.
smooth. I think Miss Deborah wanted to comment on this too. Yes, Miss Deborah.
In April, they
Yes,
want
hi, everybody. Can you report them to whomever the governing agency is of that company? Like if it's for realtors or whatever, or the Secretary of State or something like that?
In this particular case, it would, I believe the best of those agencies to do it with would be the National Reverse Mortgage Loan Association, the NLRMA. Okay, because they're a member of that. They're also a member of the NNA, and I actually talked to the NNA about it, but they just didn't want to,
they didn't want to get involved.
They didn't want to get involved. So
Oh no.
They don't want
think-
to get involved.
I think you
Yeah.
have to be really careful and protect your own business.
exactly.
Anytime you are posting a review for anything, it is more a reflection of you than it is the company you're reviewing.
And that's my point. That is my point right there. Just do it with dignity.
Right.
And April, they're asking if you could put that verbiage, if you don't mind, in the chat. They would like you to say it again.
Right.
You bet, I'll type it out.
Recorded too, guys. This will be recorded, so you can catch it on YouTube probably in a day or two. But
Well,
that was
anyway,
excellent
thank you
verbiage.
guys. I appreciate it. Just one more thing to say, and then
Yes.
I'll shut up. Okay.
Yes.
You know, you and I went back and forth a while back about Google.
We
I
did.
had the trouble with Google, where they wouldn't verify me
Uh-huh.
because of that. There is a little bit of progress.
Oh, good.
Okay. I had to go to one of those marketing firms, paid them a little money, and they're now negotiating directly with the Google business team to try and get me verified. They haven't finished it yet. Don't know what's going on at, all the details, but hopefully we are at a point where they might be ready to do it, because I've done everything with this company that I did it myself directly, and they still haven't done it yet. But I have a little bit of faith that they're going to at least be able to negotiate better and get me onto Google. So we'll see.
Very good. Very good. Well, we thank you so much for sharing. And we know that Google page is so important. Seriously. Miss Deborah, we wanted to thank you for adding to the conversation too. We really appreciate that. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing, guys. Didn't it just make you feel good though? We all kind of come together and kind of figure that thing out right there, because we all had a little different viewpoint, So yes, this is good. So what else we got? What's going on in these streets? Anything in the comment, Alexis? Because you're a little faster at that than I am.
I started listening.
Oh.
Let's see. Let me read it real quick.
Anybody have anything else?
I'll say this while
Alexis
is reading that. Remember on our Friday night, you guys, Terry C shared with us something that she did to help her Google page to get verified. She started from her address on her mailbox, her street, the name of her street, the address on the mailbox, and she video recorded it and was talking, saying, this is my address, this is my street name, I'm going up the stairs, this is my office, here's my desk. And she had her commission and her certificates all. And so when she recorded all of that, then she said she uploaded it and Google verified her page shortly after that. So that's
did it have any advertising? Because that's the problem I face. I live in a deed restricted community and they don't allow any advertising of any kind on the outside.
No. She didn't have any outside advertising. Yeah. She just recorded her office inside her house. The name of her street and then the office.
Like she just did like this. So she walked from the outside and she had her phone. So now I'm going to show you my office. Now I'm going to show you my desk. These are my certifications. And she just did like that.
Okay. I'll consider that.
In order to get verified.
That was a little extreme, but it worked.
But it worked.
By any means necessary, guys, because that Google got to be working. Miss Susan, and then we'll get Miss Anna.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Hey, Miss
Susan. I came in and your Oh, I just want to say thank you. I was on Friday evening and I learned a lot. Just by listening, I was able to kind of wrap up and get the name that I would like to have my business. So that was good. You're welcome. I got my commission in November. And I have not been that busy, but I've done a few things. I did an elopement.
Okay.
Yes, I did by the beach. Yes, I did. I was a bit
That's
nervous,
so
but it was
nice.
done. Yes, thank you. And I think I've done about 5 or 6 notarizations. And I'm trying to market my business now. So I've been going to nursing homes, dropping off my cards here and there. I even went and I got some t-shirts with stuff on them. So I'm working and trying to see what's going to happen, and I'm staying positive because I realize I got to be a lot of leg work, a lot of talking, a lot of marketing, and all kinds of stuff. So, but I'm in for that. Where I am now is I'm thinking of doing the LLC, but I do not know how to go about that. So I'm gonna need your expertise on that part of it, please.
So let me ask one question too. So as far as your actual business is concerned, because it sounds like you want a little bit more business, what are you focusing on right now? General notary work, loan signing? What is your focus?
Okay. Okay. I am doing a bit of both. I have not done the loan signing. I did the course, but I've not done any signings as yet. I signed up on some platforms. And on Friday night, thanks again to you when you mentioned about the $2.99, because I was wondering why is it that I'm only seeing a few orders here, and then by the time I get to them, they're gone. So when you mentioned the $2.99 to get all those different zip codes, that was a plus. So I'm gonna do that. So
Yeah.
That was
thank
signing
you
order,
again.
right?
Yeah,
Signing
was
order, yes.
signingorder.com. So let's
Yes.
do this, Miss Susan. So of course we're going to be doing this weekly. So hopefully you can join us and give us some progress updates. So it's only been since Friday. Sign up with some more companies also. And then
Yes.
let's see, can we add a little bit more to that signing order piece of your business too? So this is how we make our money, myself, Angela, and Alexis, okay?
Yes.
We do a little bit of everything. We do general notary work. We do I-9s, apostille. So if you're doing this full time, you don't want to kind of focus on just one thing. And this is my opinion. I say that because there are a lot of people in the industry say, well, you don't need all these multiple streams and all this. No, you do need multiple streams because all day people aren't calling me to come to the nursing home. You know,
Exactly.
I got a call today. I had a hospice case actually. That was pretty sad. But anyway, that was general notary work. And then I had a repeat client. One day I might do 2 I-9s. I might not get another I-9 for a month. 1 month I might get 5. But my point is, every time my phone rings, I don't care what it is, ink fingerprinting. I know how to do it. What state are you again, Miss Susan?
I'm in Florida.
And you're actually a couple more questions for you really quick. And
Sure.
then I'll get your whatever your original question was. I'm sorry, but I want to help you because it sounded like you were kind of want to get more money. More assignments.
I'm open for more assignments because I just don't want to be just focusing on one area.
Yes.
Because when I listen and I watch some of your videos, I realize that okay, you just don't stick on one thing. You have different things, but at the same time, you gotta know exactly what you're doing.
Yes.
So I read my notes, I go back to some of your videos and I look and I'm not in no rush. I'm taking my time because I gotta get this thing right.
Yes.
Miss Williams,
Yes.
if you're really interested, since you are in Florida and I was also, if you go to www.sunbiz.org, that is the website that teaches you how to do all sorts of corporate things like that. www.sunbiz.org. It'll show you all the instructions on how to form an LLC in the state. I've actually done it. Okay.
Yeah.
Not for this business, but for a previous business that I had. But it's really, really straightforward. It's just you create a corporate entity, you have a charter, you got to, do the agreements about how you do things, who are your officers, who are your employees, and it's not that bad. Okay, and it does
Okay.
offer you a little bit of protection.
Okay, Kimmy says, it's not that complicated.
Not that complicated, no.
Yeah, but just take your
Awesome.
time, and I would highly
I
recommend
will.
before you start doing all that, let's make a little bit more money. How much is the
Okay.
LLC, Mr. Arnold, in Florida? Do you recall how much it is?
I think there might be a couple of hundred to form it, and then like maybe 70 or so a year to renew it.
So we kind of at the $300 mark. So let's
Yeah.
let's make a little bit more money. And what have
Okay.
you done for training, Miss Susan? I'm just curious as far as like your overall training. Have you self-taught, or what have you done for training?
I am self-taught. I know 2 notaries, but they're not like really doing anything. I want to say I'm so new and I've done much more than them because they're kind of like sitting on their commission.
Mhm. So I'm going to highly recommend, and again, we're not here to sell anything, but we are here to build businesses. I think you may want to invest in one of our courses to help you to get some structure and know how to properly notarize, to get that foundation. Like the Notarize like a Pro A to Z, the live one that we do, it covers everything you need to start that business. When you finish it, you will be in a much better shape. I know sometimes it's cheaper to kind of piecemeal it together, but I've said, like on Friday night, it took me 2 years to kind of get everything together, and we can give it to you in 2 hours. Because that, we know how to teach it and how to get you going. So to kind of get you off of that little, let's get some structure. Let's get you in a training class, okay?
Okay.
And it's not going to be forever. You don't have to test out no modules, whatever, but we can help you to get that structure I think you need. Because right now you kind of don't know what to do.
Okay.
Okay. So I would hold off on the LLC till we can get that basic training, okay?
Okay, will do.
All right. And let's get, I believe it was Miss Tara next, no?
No, I think Rachel was
Okay, hey
Sarah was
Rachel.
ahead
Thank
of
you,
me.
Miss Sarah. Hey, Miss Rachel, what's going on with you?
I was on mute again. Hey, Kimmy, Alexis,
Hey.
and Angela.
Hey.
So I had some questions that I was saving from Friday to ask today, but I think that you guys might have kind of inadvertently answered them. Like I learned that probably the question I had about my Google My Business page, I need to stick a pin in that because I'm not quite ready for my business to go out to the masses just yet. So I'm gonna stick a pin in that one. And the other questions I had for you were more so like on the not on the practical side of things, but more so on like for you guys individually, like when you first started you guys' businesses and went out on your own, how how did you overcome like any nervousness or anxiety that you had about stepping out and starting your own business and doing things for yourself? Because I know for me personally, it's a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of nervousness about putting myself out there and dealing with the public and stuff and doing all the things that comes with like basically being a public official, because that's what you are when you're a notary. You're like a public officer. So there's a lot of like interactions with people, stuff you have to be proactive on, like walking into banks, giving out your business cards, and being willing to put yourself out there, knowing when to market and when not to. So I just had some questions about that.
Well, let's ask our fellow notaries. Is there anyone else that was kind of nervous? And of course we'll come back and answer what we think. Anybody else kind of had to overcome a fear of getting out there and starting businesses? This is not something that you're taught in school normally. They have a few classes, but when you're an entrepreneur, there's not really an entrepreneur class in school. Anybody else had to overcome the fear? Maybe that they can help Miss Rachel to overcome that a little bit?
I think
I have to.
Marcy was gonna say something. Were you gonna say something, Marcy?
Yeah, I was going to. Well, first, I want to say hello to everyone because I'm new,
Hey, Marcy.
like brand new. And I have been listening to a few of your videos. You all just struck me like I've listened to a few others. But I mean, it's exciting to listen to you all compared to some of the other videos out there, like on YouTube, that talk about becoming a notary. Your motto, it's not that complicated. That was really relaxing. But I have been a realtor before, and I've also been in the insurance agent, which I'm getting that done now too. That's the reason why I need to pick his brain. And so about the getting out there, I just started passing out a card. I just wanted to let you know that, you know, this is what I do. And I've asked people where, you know, even though like we was in the store and a lot of stores say that they have their sign out there, no soliciting, but I still yet, you know, pass by people and I would just ask them, excuse me, if I could just have a moment of your time to let you know that I just, you know, I'm a notary. I'm not telling them that I just got it. I'm just telling them this is what I do. And that I'm, you know, if they ever need or know someone that does need, and just to please have my card, you know, and then to pass it around.
Marcy, thank you so much for your earlier compliments too. We really appreciate it. And I love what you just said. It sounds like you just got to do it, Miss Rachel, but I like the way Miss Marcy did it. And this is what I was going to add to it. And then Alexis and Angela, whoever else would like to chime in. After doing my hospice signing today, it's so crazy, guys, because, you know, I had experienced a lot of death in my family the last few years. And this family today, they were trying to get avoid paying an extra $900 in taxes. The cars were in mom's name, who's passing. And the grandson, they had to put it in his name because the father is actually not a legal resident. And her daughter thanked us so much for being there. When you take yourself kind of out the equation and realize that we're offering a service that people need, it just makes you feel so good. So when you think about going into nursing homes and stuff, and, you know, just like Miss Marcy did it, I love how she did it, just very casually, not like you're a aggressive salesperson. Hey, my name is Rachel. I'm a mobile notary. I know sometimes your clients are not able to leave the hospital or they may not be able to do ABC. It would be my pleasure to serve them. You know what I'm saying? Take yourself out the equation, and it is hard because naturally I'm extroverted, if you can't tell. That's just in my DNA. But I know for the average person, it's a little challenging. But think about the persons that we're serving, the people, the clients, the public, like you just said, and you'll even view it differently. This is like, it's a service that I'm doing for my fellow neighbor. Anybody else want to add to that particular comment?
Yeah, I got
Marcy wanted to say
add one more thing.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry. If I can add one more thing, because I am kind of a shy person, but one of the things that I did learn is that when I am talking to someone, I'm looking at you. I'm looking you in the eyes so that, you know, I'm not looking around. I'm not, even when I say hi to people on a normal basis, I look at them in their face. And if you notice, a lot of times when you say hi to someone, including at church, okay, they just, hello, how you doing, you know? And that is so annoying. It's like, you're not, you know, we're supposed to be greeting each other and they're not even really looking me in my face. But that is one thing that I do, especially with business, is that I look people in their face and just have a concern, and not, you know, not being pushy, like Miss Kimberly is saying, just not being pushy.
Yeah, because they can feel it. They can feel it. And a smile goes such a long way.
Oh, yes.
And one thing that you guys may not know or realize, and I get this so much, Kim and Alexis probably do too, there are so many people that don't even know this service exists. They don't even know that a mobile notary is something that they can call until someone says, look on Google and find a notary, or somebody tell them to find a mobile notary. And so when I get there, and they're so excited because they're like, I didn't even know this service exists. So by doing what Marcy does, or doing what I do the exact same thing that Marcy does. If I'm at the gas station, if I'm in line at Sam's, wherever, I tell the person, I say, I'm a mobile notary. Here's my card in case you may need me in the future. So people don't know this exists. So view it as I'm introducing these people, the community, to a service that they don't even know exists.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know where I do it? Obviously, I actually, since I travel almost exclusively by Uber and Lyft, I do all of my Uber and Lyft drivers. And yeah, I hand in my business card. And I also do it, for example, at places like UPS stores, where they do have notaries in the store, but sometimes the notary can't do all the things that we on the outside can do. Like, for example, the UPS store that I work with, they don't do wills.
Right.
I can do a will, so, and believe it or not, I've had a couple of gigs from that already. So I'm also working with a mentor that wants me to ramp up my Ron business. And so he's got me doing like e-flyers that we're going to send out to various legal counsels and lawyer groups in the hope that they have clients that are overseas. And you're going to market, you're going to appeal to their pain points. You're like, having trouble with this? Hit me up if you want some help. Just
That's
that.
true.
Very simple. Very simple. Don't tell them why. Don't go on blobbity blobbity about what you're doing. Just got a problem with this? Hit me up for some help. And that's it.
Rachel, thank you, Arnold. Hold on one second. Rachel, was that you on Friday saying that you didn't drive?
Yes.
Yeah, it was me.
Arnold, can you talk to that a little bit more? Because
Sure.
Friday we were on there and Rachel had a question about that actually. So you don't drive, Arnold?
I don't own a car.
Okay, can you explain to Miss Rachel how she can effectively conduct her business without being able to drive?
What I do is wherever it is I go for mobile notary work, I take either Uber or Lyft. Okay. And it's more a matter of deciding how much the job is going to pay versus how much it's going to cost you in Uber fees. And are you willing to accept that loss? Okay. Right now, since I'm a relative brand new notary, my business is not about the dollars. It's not about the Benjamins. It's about the friendships and the business clients and the reputation that you're making. After a while, it can be a little bit about the Benjamins. Okay. Like I'm certainly not going to take $20 and $30 and $40 jobs, because obviously, and like 30 miles away from where I live, because that's going to be just cost prohibitive. So, I limit my radius to roughly 15 miles from where I live in my house. And I admit that that's a small radius and may not offer me as many jobs as I could, but I'm just getting started. And that's what I have to do. Okay.
That was the suggestion that I gave Miss Rachel actually on Friday about Ubering and doing Lyft, and to have you actually doing it, it's like, okay, you see, when there's a will, there's a way.
There is, I am, like I said, it's a little bit more expensive, but if you don't have a car, you really, eventually in another 2 or 3 years, if I'm still being a notary and if I still renew my thing, I'll probably look into leasing a car. But for now, I'll just Uber it and Lyft it and get, maybe not make as much money, but at least I'm building business relationships, and that's more important. That's more than the
Miss Anna added to the conversation that should be able, hopefully, also to be a tax write-off, which we didn't cover that on Friday. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. I am loving this. Okay, so anyway, Miss Rachel, I hope that answered your questions about being shy. We got you some tips on how to run that thing doing Uber, run your business doing Uber. Does that kind of cover everything you were talking about?
I appreciate you guys for having this event so that I could, voice that, because a lot of the time when I ask questions, I'm asking them through like a different lens than most people are because of my medical condition. So a lot of times I'm asking questions from a different worldview than what other notaries may be asking from. So I appreciate that, speaking with somebody that is making it work and is doing it using that and that's a great idea, Marcy, because I had actually been thinking about where I was gonna, like if I said that I wanted to meet people where I was and where to go, and there is actually a library not too far from me that I can use where to meet people.
That could be your mobile office.
If I can talk about that, if I can talk about that, I've already went to the library and local area. And
Mhm.
I did ask them if we are, because you see people from time to time meeting, and they have different rooms. So just ask, like, where's the different rooms? And you can do this for free. Libraries do not charge for this. They have certain libraries that have private rooms, and then they have just certain areas where you can sit off by yourself and, you know,
Mhm.
have a small conversation.
I actually did
And
one in the
yeah,
lobby of my library.
yeah.
You know, before you go inside, there's a lobby. I met a client in the lobby.
Hey guys, these are tips not just for not being able to drive, but how about if you just scared in your area and you don't want to go to someone's home? I never thought about, hey, let's meet, you know, find my closest library. That could be your mobile office. I've heard of people using a post office, but and Angela has meetings and teaches at the library.
Yeah,
Or
I've
place
done
or
plenty of notaries. I've done plenty of notaries at the library. Have people
Yeah.
at the library. I training classes in the library, and they're very accommodating when you do that.
Yeah,
or
that's
if you don't mind,
It's a safe
if
space.
you don't mind paying for a cup of coffee, you can go to the local Panera or something like that. We used to do
Yeah.
a lot of networking meetings in the Paneras and stuff like that. So
I've done
Yeah.
a training in the Panera, so yeah, there's a lot you can do in
Very
Starbucks,
good.
Panera, library.
Very
Take a
good.
jacket or a
Thank you.
sweater.
Oh,
I
somebody.
think the last question that I actually had was like, for people that have never done a loan signing before, when do you recommend I know that you guys' mantra is don't add anything if you've never done it before. Either watch some trainings or go to an in-person training before you start running out and trying to do stuff. I had a question about that with in relationship to loan signings, and that's why, like I said, a lot of the questions that I had on Friday, you guys pretty much already answered them, because now I know that I don't need to basically add loan signing to my repertoire of things that I do unless I've had some training on it.
can I
Yeah,
tell you a little story?
you don't need a lot of training on it, but yeah, we're not going to tell you to go out there and do something that you don't know and fake it till you make it, because you got one good time to burn yourself and burn up somebody's documents, make a mistake. So yeah, we're gonna baby step it. We're gonna get some training. That's our recommendation, and then you can
Can I
add.
can I tell you a quick little story? That first loan signing, that Heckham reverse mortgage that they haven't paid for me yet, that was my very first loan signing. And it was a full Heckham reverse mortgage closing, 200 pages. And the complication was that it was a transfer of funds from the man's trust account to his personal account. And you had to make sure that they signed correctly in each appropriate place. And if he was signing as a trustee, he had to say so-and-so common trustee. And if he wasn't signing as a trustee, then he had to say so-and-so himself. And that was a huge deal. Now, thankfully, the loan officer was with us during the closing. So the loan officer was able to explain all the documents, and I didn't have to just do that little general thing you only can do as a notary. He explained all the documents, so we got through it fine. And all I had to do a couple of corrections. I had to go back because he failed to sign properly as the trustee or not as the trustee where he needed to do it. So, but that's all.
So that's
And
the kind of thing that we go
another
over in training, is how to properly, and that's why training is so important. So if the person had not been there, then what would have happened? You know, and then if you have had have you had loan signing training, Arnold?
Yes,
Where did you take the training?
NNA.
So certain things like that is not covered in the NNA. It's
Right.
not. It's not. So that's why our training is a little bit different, because people say, well, what's the difference between your training and an NNA, real life? Because we go over that in our training, how to execute those documents. And you have to know that. Little stuff like that, NNA does not cover. They're going to give you the basis, but we give you real life. And that's the difference. So again, Miss Rachel, we are not just jumping out there doing loan signings without training, okay?
And that's
Yeah.
equally important too, because even in recent months, the companies are really cracking down on if you make mistakes. When they're really cracking down, so you don't want to be making mistakes, and then you send it back to scan it back to the company, and then they see mistakes that can cause a whole lot of problems with the signing, with the closing, and then they're going to take money from you, and then they're going to most likely maybe send you less jobs, but so you want to be careful to make sure that you really know what you're
Oh,
doing. Like
I wasn't planning on adding that. I wasn't planning on adding that or apostille until I sat under one of y'all. until I sat under one of y'all and did some training, because those things are really important, where people are depending on you to make sure that their documents get approved, because they have life circumstances that are going on that are reliant upon those documents. So for stuff like that, well, for anything really, but for stuff that's detailed and intricate like that, I wouldn't just be running out there trying to do it unless I sat under one of y'all. I'm just trying to get my coins together so I can take the live trainings.
Yeah, just take your time, Miss Rachel. We're gonna be here when you need us. You're not gonna get every answer to every question before you actually start some training, but just keep coming to these little events like this and things will start clicking. But you definitely will need some training. Okay, there's no workaround for that. It's not. I hope we caught everything for you tonight. We're gonna move ahead so we can try to get a couple more people before.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, before we hit that 7 o'clock hour. Miss Tara has been waiting so patiently. How are ya? What's going
I
on?
am good. I am here in Florida. And I've watched like 2 or 3 of your apostille videos. And I do plan on taking the actual training for it. But I did, even with your video, one of your videos, I've learned a lot. Because I do want to add that you were talking about adding all the extra strings, and I definitely want to add that. I got my folder, like you was talking about getting the folder together. I even printed out stuff for a folder, for with everything that was needed.
Yeah.
So, but my question about that, even once, like I said, I'm planning on taking the actual training course to learn even more, because it seems like a very detailed process. Once I take the training, I feel comfortable to go out there. Who do you market to get apostille work? What's the best place to go?
Angela is our apostille trainer. We'll let her answer that.
So it's just like any other type of business, general notary work, loan signing. Your Google page is your #1 place to advertise. Google is amazing. I get all of my apostille work now from either Google or referrals from other people that have came to me to do apostille. So that's why your Google page is so important. Even when people need apostilles, they're gonna Google apostille. They don't even know what it is, but they're gonna go online and Google apostille, and then when your name come up, what your company, like AJ Mobile Notary and Apostille or Gwinnett Apostille, they're gonna click on it and call you and say, this person said I need this. How I don't even know what it is. So that's why your Google page is very important. All of your services, you're gonna advertise them on Google. And once you start doing apostilles, you'll be surprised that so many of your clients will refer their friends because they don't know what it is. They'll be talking to their friends and they'll say, call my person, she knows how to do it. And that's how I get a lot through referrals.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in the process of trying to get verified with Google. I was in the middle of, didn't think about being in the middle of moving, and they mailed the code that I needed to verify my address. So I got to call them and try to get it to update to my new address. But yeah, I think a lot of my business will pick up once I get all of.
Have you moved already?
My Google.
Have you moved?
Yes, I've moved, and yes.
Oh.
Go
Yes,
ahead.
I've already moved.
I was gonna tell you to verify it and then change it. Maybe a week later, change your address.
Okay.
Can you do that, Alexis?
Yeah, but I was going to say, go ahead tonight and send them an email through your Google page and just let them know, the situation. So
Okay.
it'll take them a minute to get back to you. So go ahead and send that tonight so you can start working on it.
Okay, I will do that.
Get back to you, and you all can handle it from there.
Are you doing general notary work, Miss Tara?
Yes, I am.
So you're pretty comfortable with your notarial duties overall?
Yes, I'm definitely comfortable with that.
Very good. Very good.
Still waiting on, I've done some training. I got my NNA, but I also did some loan signing training through Kendra Lewis.
Okay, very good.
With her. And it's just, and now it's just waiting to get some assignments through some of the agencies I signed up with. It's
Okay.
just, especially here in Florida, I think because a lot of new signing agents are accepting any amount.
Okay.
So now it's a lot of the signing services are lowballing, like I've gotten a few offers, but it was like one that they were asking, like, it's a place that was like an hour and a half away. And it was like the seller's package, and they offered $60. And I
Yeah,
know I'm new and trying to gain experience, but $60 even as a new signing agent isn't worth me driving an hour and a half.
I'll say this and then we can move on. When I started out, I took $30 jobs. The first month, if you watch some of my videos, I was like, I had watched YouTube and I was like, I ain't doing no job for under 100. That's what everybody said. Don't leave your house under 100. So I sat around, I didn't do anything. And then finally I was like, wait a minute, they sending all these $30 jobs. I don't even know what I'm doing. Let me get some experience. So I started doing a few $30 jobs. I did them for about
Yeah. If it was closer, I would have accepted it, but that's an hour and a half. That's
Yeah.
a lot of gas.
Yeah, it is. It is. But again, if you have zero experience, I'm going to be frank with you guys, as you just stated yourself. It's a lot of people out there working right now. So if you have zero experience, just to get started, you might do a couple of those just so you can get your feet wet, have something to put on your SnapDocs or other platforms. I'm sorry, I have something on my tongue. But just waiting around for a large ticket item, you may never work. I'm just gonna, this is like frank talk, right? So yeah, I'm gonna recommend you get your feet wet and don't continue just to wait for the larger ticket items. And also,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, like I said, if it would have been closer,
yeah,
than an hour and a half away,
yeah, and it's a business
if it was,
decision too. It's a business decision,
yeah,
and I'm pushing back a little bit, Miss Tara, because you may not have no job come right around the corner. And I want you to
yeah,
get the experience you need so you can start asking for more money eventually, So that's why I'm kind of
yeah,
pushing back a little bit. And
yeah.
then
Oh,
for
I
those larger,
understand.
yeah, those larger ticket items, you do want to learn the apostille because that will get you more money right up front. So that's a service that is, like you said, it's a little more detailed, but it does pay. It's worth every penny of it. So I hope that helped you this evening.
It did.
Okay, very good. So we will move on. You keep us posted and make sure you sign up with signingorder.com if you missed that conversation. Yeah, you were there. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Thank you again for participating this evening. We're going to get Miss Evelyn, and then we probably have time for one more. Miss Evelyn, thank you for your patience. Oh, you're on mute or something because we can't hear you. Can somebody check the chat too, Alexis or Angela, to see if we missing anything before we start winding down?
I don't know where Alexis left off at. Alexis, you can do it.
Miss Evelyn, we can't hear you. If you have another device too, maybe log in or call in with the phone, because we had to do that on Friday night. While we wait for you to do that, Miss Anna, we'll let her go and we'll be back with you, Miss Evelyn. Miss Anna, what's going on with you? Or Anna?
Hi, good evening, everybody. I am newly commissioned, I would say. It was actually in March. I haven't done anything because I was doing a 9-to-5, which took all my time, really. However, I don't have the 9-to-5 anymore. And I am trying to get the notary business going. I do know I need training, but it's like nothing else is coming in. So it's just a little bit hard, but I do watch your videos along with other videos, trying to get as much info as I possibly can. Yeah, I don't know anybody really like in my area, and I've had my business cards made twice. They look horrible both times. So yes, I'm still waiting for new business cards to be able to go out there, because I don't think it's a good idea to just go out there without them. What do you think?
As far as marketing, Alexis, what's your thoughts on that? Marketing without business cards? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you before we go that far, Miss Anna. If you have not had any training, I'm sorry. Do you feel comfortable doing notarial duties before you start buying business cards and actually taking them to people? Do you feel
Well,
comfortable?
I haven't done any. All I've done is just watch the videos.
Do you feel confident to go out and do a notarization? If I call you
think
right
so,
now
yes.
and I say, Miss Anna, hey, can you meet me at this nursing home? My mom needs a power of attorney notarized. Can you come and do it? Would you be
I
comfortable?
believe so, yes.
Okay, okay. As long as you feel comfortable and
Mhm.
you know what you're doing, then you can get you some business cards. But you know you can get like 100 on VistaPrint for like $10.
I know, I've tried 2 already. They just don't come out right.
What's the problem? Why aren't they not?
They're very dark. You can hardly see anything. You can hardly see
Do you
like
have
my
it with
picture.
you? Can you put it in the picture?
Mhm.
Yeah. Can you put it in the camera?
Yeah.
Evelyn, are you able to speak?
Can you hear me?
Yes. So give us 1 second. We'll be right back with you. I want to
Okay.
see her business
Sorry
card.
about that.
Okay. Let's see.
What's wrong with that card?
You can hardly read it.
Well, it's the color.
Come up a little.
Girl, what's wrong with that card? Let me see the back.
Do you have a backside?
Yeah.
It looks
I
fine.
can see it.
Fine to me.
I would start with those if you already have them printed out.
Yeah, your phone.
Okay.
And then if you don't like them, then you get some more. But start with
Here-
those, that's fine.
Here's mine.
Okay.
Start with a camera. So I know in person they probably look better.
Where you at, Miss Anna? I don't feel like driving down there tonight. Where you at?
In Florida.
Girl, what's that card is pretty? What are you
It looks
talking
good.
about?
Yeah.
It was not like what I was expecting. So that's
Use
all.
them. And then when you get to that point, go ahead and just get some more. But go ahead and use them since you already got them.
Yeah, that's a cute
Okay.
card. Use that up, like Alexa said, get you some more. Don't let that be a hindrance.
Okay.
That's a
Hey,
cute
all right.
card.
If
Yeah.
I can
Sounds
if I can just say from a tech, I am kind of a techie type person, and from a tech side of it, it is going to look a little bit different when you're doing this on the computer. There is different lighting. It's different. It is
I
going
know.
to be a little bit different, and compared to when you get it in. So, just to
You're right.
yeah.
So you might want to
I think
get
that's I was just thinking that's pretty much where she was coming from.
And you
Yeah.
may
you
not-
might want to
it may
get a
look-
lighter card. Go
I was
ahead.
about to say, it may look different to you because you also have to realize they have the plain matte finish and then they have the shiny.
That's what I got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what the difference may be for you too.
Okay.
It's
Yes,
the,
I think that's what
the
it
texture of the
is.
card and what you
Mhm.
Look, y'all,
Angela, what information did
I'm sorry, who is that?
oh, this is Donna. I was trying to ask about Angela's card. What kind of information did she provide on there?
Who, me?
Oh, Angela.
Angela. No, the person that placed the
Oh.
business card up.
Oh, Anna.
Anna.
Yes. Anna.
I have, I'll tell you right now.
I do have a video on my channel about business cards and what to put on it, but we'll let Anna go ahead and tell you, and then we'll get Miss Evelyn and just kind
Okay.
of do a little round robin and see how you guys felt about this evening. Let's see, Anna, what you got on your card. And I
Okay,
want to
so-
ask Mr. Arnold why he doesn't have his picture on his card. Mhm.
Okay, in the front, it only says my name. It only has my name. And then it says mobile notary.
So why don't you have your phone number and email and stuff on there?
Where your phone
It's in
number
the
at?
back.
Let's see the back.
It needs to be on
No.
the front. It needs to be on the
Yeah, we
front.
need everything.
In the front.
On the
Okay.
front.
I mean, it's still, yeah, I like everything on the front.
Like, here's my
Okay.
business card.
You gotta hand
I have
them out on
everything
that
the
side.
front.
Okay.
Angela, move it over a little bit to your left. There you go. Look at Angela's card, y'all.
There you go.
Okay. Yes,
Everything on
all
the
right.
front, your phone number, the most important thing. You don't want them, because if I see that card, my first question is, oh, how do I contact her?
Right. You're right.
So the next batch, we're gonna put that phone number and email and the most critical contact info on the front. You want to
Okay.
make it easy for your clients to do business with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even
Perfect.
calling you, you don't want them looking for it. I said, oh, no, on the front, bam.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you. Yes.
very good, very good. Mr. Arnold, really quick, and then we coming to Miss Evelyn. So why don't you have your picture? Is it like a private reason why you don't?
Oh, just that I guess I didn't upload one when I created it, and it was just enough for me to do that, you know, not.
That's a perfect start, as we was telling Miss Anna, but go ahead and put your face on there. That way people, they like to see who they're doing business with. Find your nice picture with your brightest smile and put it on the front. Look at that. We all picture ready. Come on, y'all. Okay.
I gotta redo my business cards,
Oh,
y'all.
by the way, before we go, I got these.
Oh,
Okay.
look at you with your fingerprint. Okay. So now we got to get Miss Evelyn, and Miss Joanne is gonna wrap it up. I said Miss Evelyn, but we'll get Miss Joanne. Go ahead, Miss Evelyn. Thank you for your patience, and thank you, Miss Anna.
Hi, my name is Evelyn, and I brand new. I got notarized or certified back in November. I have done nothing, maybe just one, and that's the help of the other notary. So then I've done some documentation for immigration, and that was the help from somebody else. I didn't get into this on my own. I am a speech therapist. That is my first calling. I'm a speech assistant, but my son has been wanting to find another job, something else away from what he's doing. So I said, okay, well, let me get in. And so here I am right now. So both we're stuck in the point. I've seen a lot of the acknowledgement letters and how to do it. I mean, but my issue is what kind of documents? That's one. Two, a script. Everybody said you need a script. And I'm like, okay. And I research, and I bumped into the wall, and nobody had a script. And I've seen you before on YouTube. You had a script, but then I got busy in life doing my work. And just yesterday, I saw a video of a apostille. And I'm like, okay. And so I told my son, I said, look, and the reason why I'm doing this right now is because I'm already working on my web page. I'm already did a Facebook page. I'm doing all the back end of linking everything to, but we're not trained. So I'm hesitating putting my information all the way through until we start training. So again, I saw you yesterday, and then this morning, or actually right now, I mean, literally 30 minutes before you got on, I saw you. You must have done some kind of video, something similar to what I'm seeing right now, and what I'm in right now. And I'm like, hey, we can get in right now. So I mean, like literally 30 minutes. And so yes, this is really exciting. I am very interested. I'm very interested. I'm not interested. Well, my son will be interested in loan signing. I'm already can do the Ron business. But for me, I'm more interested in general notary work, I-9, apostille, fingerprinting, proctor, and immigration documentation. Specifically, I do the 589 form. So I don't know if I'm really interested in doing the loan signing per se for me. I work as a speech assistant, and I'm okay with doing this other work. Plus, I have other adventures that I'm working on, working with children in education form side. I'm doing
Miss Evelyn,
something.
You have definitely did your homework.
Yes,
you have definitely did your homework. So before you start buying your supplies and everything, you already said it yourself. Let's get the training, because in that Notarize Like a Pro A to Z training that we do, we literally take you from how to properly notarize, what basic supplies you must have, how to price your services, how to build it out, because you kind of all over the place. I mean, you clearly have been watching some videos. I appreciate it. But now let's kind of hone it in. Let's get you a good foundation, you and your son, together, or you could learn and then you can teach him with the self-paced course, or y'all come to class together, whatever, but you definitely need to get a good foundation, and then you can do everything, because you got so much stuff going on in your head right now, you don't know which way is up.
Yes,
Okay.
right now, I have to say, yes, it is true. I do have a lot of things going on all at the same time, but I have come to the conclusion of what I really want to do. And this is what that I like. And I'm sure that Isaiah, my son, his name is Isaiah, will find something that he'll like to do and what his preference is. And yes, I am looking for something that would kind of give me a solid foundation to be able to, most importantly, the scripting, the documentation, what forms documentation are we going to be handling.
So let's go back. Let's go back just a little bit. So we're gonna, because and not to cut you off, which is what I actually did, but because you're saying the same thing again. So the way we teach, and a lot of people focus on the documents. I don't know if you saw the video I just did about you can even notarize a piece of tissue if you know how to. We teach you how to notarize any document, so you don't have to be stressed out about any signing. Is the way we teach. Okay, you don't have to worry about, is it a power of attorney, is it a mortgage, is it this, is it that. If you know how to notarize, you know how to notarize. Okay. So again, all of your questions and everything you have, we probably need to have a session and get you a plan, and then training, or I think the training will help you to kind of see which direction you want to go in. But I think for you right now, that's it. Too much information. You need to sit with all the information you have now and see what class we can get you in, because you're just gonna keep spinning your wheels, worrying about the documents, worrying about this, worrying about that. Let's get the foundation, and then we'll help you to build that house. Okay.
Definitely.
Okay, because you got a
I'm
lot
in the state
going
of
up in here, so we kind of need to reel it. We need to reel it in. So look, go over to Notary Educators LLC and just fill out a contact us form, and we'll be in touch to see, can we get you like a 5-minute intake and just kind of see what you. Yeah, I see somebody else saying they need a plan too. So just if you really do need a plan, guys, and you're kind of really serious about your business, just fill out a contact us card, and we'll contact you and help you map out like a 5-minute strategy. It don't take us that long to get you on the right path. We can do it in 2 minutes, but we just don't have time here because we've already past our 7 o'clock, and we will get these last 2 hands, but it must be really quick, guys, because I said I was gonna cut it off at 7. So is that good, Miss Evelyn? Can you fill out a contact us card?
Yes.
Good. And then we'll be in touch and definitely help you. Okay.
Okay.
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you. And thank you for your patience earlier. I believe it was Miss Joanne, and then Miss Hazel definitely will be the last one. Miss Joanne, what was your comments for this evening?
I just wanted to ask you, do you know the dimensions for your mini stamp, your mini notary stamp?
Oh,
because I want to order one.
So before you do, I actually had a video I was going to do. I ordered a mini one from Amazon, and it is the cutest little thing. It's in my supply. It may not even be in the supply list yet. Shoot me an email and contact us and put the mini stamp in there, and I'll reach out to you about it.
Okay.
And I'll send you an email, because I have to one of two ways, because I want to do the video and actually show y'all, because it's so cute. It's like a little pocket one, actually. I mean, it's really mini, and I haven't actually used it. It's sitting on the table. It's about to expire in October. I will replace that. But anyway, Amazon does have a mini stamp. It's like a pocket stamp.
Now, does NNA have that one?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I ordered a mini. The one from the NNA, don't order that one, because it's not mini. I did a video on that, actually. I did do a comparison of that mini stamp with the regular stamp I had, and it's not mini. So don't order that one, but Amazon does have a mini one that actually can fit in your pocket.
Okay. Thank you.
Check Amazon, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get Miss Hazel, and that's going to be our last call. And then I do want to just get a little 5-minute wrap up of what you guys thought about this evening. Will it be productive? How do you like the new method that we're doing? Miss Hazel, yes.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say I purchased the express trainings on Friday. I was finished with them by Saturday afternoon.
I just dived in there, and you did a great job, Kimmy. And for the people that feel like they're all over the place, that will really get your whole life together. It really will get your whole life together because I was feeling the same way, all over the place. And I was like, oh, now it's all making sense.
Yes.
Once you listen to the trainings or go to the live trainings, as they're suggesting, either way, they get your whole life together, and it will center you and calm you right on down. That somebody said they felt like, you know, they would have anxiety about whatever. Kimmy gets your whole life together. So
thank you, Miss Hazel.
It was really, really good. It really was. And tonight was amazing as well.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So the courses, the package that she's referring to is the Build Your Business Express or something like that. I forgot what I called this, y'all. But in that course, you do learn how to notarize, how to build the business, how to do specialty general notary work, and also how to price your services. It's a 4-pack bundle. Yes, thank you, Ms. Hazel. I really appreciate the feedback. I might have to change it to get your life together. I like that. So what's your thoughts about how this went? Let's take about 5 minutes and we'll do a little wrap up, because in the future, guys, we really will keep it at an hour just to respect everyone's time. And maybe we'll have to cut our comments just a little bit. So what's going on? How did you feel about tonight? Was this productive? You like it? Anybody want to give us a comment or so?
I do.
Yes,
Ms. Rachelle. Please keep having these. Please keep having these, because it's a good way for us to be able to pour into each other and to help us be better notaries that have integrity and that are ethical and who are doing business the right way wherever we are. So it was very helpful and very insightful, and I think you should keep having them.
Okay, I really enjoyed myself.
I definitely appreciate it, because I appreciate the help that I got on how to combat these people that don't want to pay. So next week, because I know we don't have time, but next week I want to address the people who said that they were nervous about getting started, because I have some of my own personal views about that. Because there's things that I won't do, you know, that are sort of on the salesmanish side of things, because I'm not a salesman, never been a salesman, never wanted to be a salesman. But I'll go over that next week. Okay.
Okay. Why don't we let that, we can do a topic next week. It'll be how to overcome your fears. Okay.
Right.
Miss Deborah, we'll take maybe 2 more comments and we'll wrap it up. Miss Deborah, what's your thought?
Okay. I just wanted to say I'm glad you ladies are here, because a year ago, a month or so, in a year ago.
We have gentlemen too, Miss Deborah.
Oh, sorry, gentleman. Sorry about that, sir. Mr. Arnold. Yeah, I missed that clearing of the throat totally, right? So anyway, I haven't used my skills at all for a year. I got distracted, did other things with my daily life. And so this reels me back in. It helps me feel reconnected. It helps me feel motivated to get started. And so that's what I can use this for. So it's like a launching pad. It's like you can have your own questions in your head, but to hear other people's questions helps you to know that you're not the only one experiencing a delay or not a failure to launch or whatever, or just, you know, you use your time doing something else. You're not out there on an island by yourself. So it's really wonderful. That's it.
Yeah. I've enjoyed this myself. I mean, I've gotten so many tips too. I just love the way Miss April broke that down. Mr. Arnold everybody been dropping gems. Miss Marcy. I mean, this has been amazing. One more comment maybe, and we'll wrap it up. While we wait for that one more comment, for those of you who do not know, I'm doing Weight Watchers, and I have another channel called Healthy Life with Kimmy. If you haven't checked it out, check it out, Healthy Life with Kimmy. But anyway, and that's one thing I love about Weight Watchers is the meetings. I'm religious and fanatical about my meetings. I go at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. And that's another reason why this came back to me about this meeting that we're doing tonight. Just bringing our ideas together, you know, just like you said, you're not by yourself. And in notary space, you do feel alone. I got Angela, I got Alexis, but the average notary doesn't have the team in place that we do. And you can't feel like you're on an island. So we're hoping to actually start growing businesses. We're not competition wherever you're located. you know, I pray you blow up in your area, but don't view the other notary as a competition. Learn to work together. So if you guys don't have anything else, I'm going to say thank you so much for joining us this evening. We will be back next week at 6 p.m. I'll let Angela and Alexa say something. Oh, all of our self-paced courses are on sale, 60% off. So you can check them out. As was already stated, you get the same thing in the self-paced as you would in the live trainings, just discounting. You own it, no testing, no modules, anything of that sort. I'd be remiss if I did not tell you that. I'll let Angela and Alexis say a good night, and I'm going to say thank you guys. Angela, and then Alexis.
Thank you guys so much. You know, this is something different than we usually do, so I really thoroughly enjoyed it. There's I was looking at the chat and people are saying they need a plan. Feel free to fill out contact me on our notary educatorsllc.com, and we can help you with the plan. You know, it may take, you know, a 30-minute coaching. If you don't want that, that's fine, but we're just here on Mondays to really help build each other's businesses. So thank you guys for coming, because you could have been doing something else. I thoroughly enjoyed you and all the comments and, you know, the help that you gave each other, and also us. We learned them too.
Yes, I really enjoyed this as well. And I just have to say, let's keep this fire going. Next Monday, when we all get back up together, let's have something more to contribute. You know, what did you do for this week? So you got a whole week to add to the conversation about what did you do? Did you pass out business cards? Did you overcome something? Google page, whatever it is. We got one whole week for you to add to what we got going on. And yeah, it was amazing. And I cannot wait to see you all on Monday.
Yeah. So guys, on behalf of Notary Life with Kimmy and the Notary Educators, I did see one other comment. You will need to register weekly for this until I come up with another method. The reason we did that is because we were trying to make sure everybody can come, and, you know, so we may be able to take that off, and people, if you get in, you get in. If you don't, first come, first serve. So we'll see, because I don't really want you to have to register every week. So give us a few days to work out that part of it, okay? Because we want you just to be able to register one time. Again, we want to make it simple for you to join us. And right now it is kind of simple, but we're just trying to get the bugs out since we're doing it a different way, okay?
And I think Dawn had a great idea, you guys. She said it could also be a progress check-in on Monday nights. Like, what's going on? What's the progress in your business? Checking in to let everybody know what's the progress on your business.
Yes. So let's have some updates for next week, guys. Okay. So on behalf of everyone, again, we're going to say good night. It's been our pleasure, and we'll see you later. Bye, guys.
Good night.
Night,
Good
everybody.
Thank
Before
you
you
guys.
go,
Thank
Good
you.
night,
Everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you all for joining.
Fine.
Oh, let me hit stop. I always forget that, don't I?